not again. Why? Please, no.
I, for one, welcome our new Moogle overlords.
You would. Welcome. This event, if you want to call it that, is the sequel to the itinerant Moogle event that we had earlier this year, leading up to the launch of Shadowbringers. This one is for the launch of 5.1. I made a guide for the previous event, and this will follow the same format. You may have noticed the Moogles have not left, and have been selling the same items from last time, but you just couldn't obtain the required tomestones since the event ended. Now different items are available, and the new tomestones of Mythology this time are rewarded when you complete the content. As before, most of the items are available through other means, and I will cover that later on. As I said, Moogles are still in the three major cities, Gridania, Ul'dah, and Limsa Lominsa. The event ends with the maintenance for 5.1, which means you will no longer be able to obtain the tomestones after that point. If the previous event is any indication, the Moogles will probably still be around for a while afterwards, maybe until the next iteration. Also be aware that Garo also ends with 5.1. The PVE content that rewards the special tomestones has not changed from last time, but you may notice the number of tomestones has increased. Most of the content is unlocked through the MSQ, with two exceptions: the Sunken Temple of Karn and the 24-player raids, which are unlocked as part of the Crystal Tower storyline. Trial players can only access the first 4 dungeons. You get tomestones whether you complete the dungeon in a roulette or queue specifically. A welcome addition is the option of obtaining tomestones through PvP. You will first need to unlock Frontlines and Rival Wings. I have a guide on how to unlock PvP, link in the description, and up on the card. Though there are 3 frontline instances listed, only one is available at a time, and they cycle daily. If you are still working on Garo, this might be the best content to run. You do get tomestones from the Frontline Daily Challenge. Also, you do not have to win. There are 2 unique items available this time. The Mamasheba earring replaces the Namazu earring from last time as the big ticket fashion item. If you really want it, that should be your priority. The Magicked Prism of Job Mastery makes 3 stars appear over your head, similar to the stars that indicated mastering a job in Final Fantasy V. Also, the MGP Platinum card is back, which gives you 50k MGP. 50k is not very hard to get. You can easily get 60k each week by just doing the fashion report. Every week, Meoni produces a video explaining exactly how to get the maximum MGP. The Falcon Ignition Key was available a couple years ago during a special subscription campaign. Since this is over, this may be the only way to acquire this mount for a while. Since I missed it, I'm going to focus on this first. Back again is the Answers Orchestron role, and 3 other roles that drop from the Aquapolis. The Aquapolis is an instance that spawns when you complete certain treasure maps, and is designed for a full 8-player party to complete. All 4 of these are tradable and can be found on the market board from time to time, but they are rare and usually very expensive. Round Lanner, Sophic Lanner, Golfaxi, and Markab whistles are rare mounts that drop from extreme primals, and so they might be a good buy. The Cragheart and Demimateria of Crags are crafting materials that drop from Extreme Titan. These are used to craft Tremor weapons, which are upgraded versions of the weapons from Titan Hard. These are both often found on the market board and can be quite inexpensive. These extreme primals are getting easier to solo, especially at 80, so keep that in mind as you decide what your priorities are. All this stuff can be obtained in-game by trading in behemoth horns that drop from the behemoth fate that spawns in Coerthas Central Highlands. The fate requires a large group to complete, and it would take several times to get enough for everything. Back again are the 5 mounts from the Realm Reborn Beast Tribes. There are 2 different Orchestron roles this time: Liberty Gibbet from the Sylphs and Peace of Mind from the Vath. Like before, I think these are pointless to be here. There are all kinds of things you can get by grinding rep with the Beast Tribes, including minions, emotes, crafting materials, special dyes, and costume items. None of the cards this time require completing any dungeons or raids in order to purchase. However, collecting any cards requires unlocking the Gold Saucer and the Triple Triad minigame. First complete the quest It Could Happen to You from the Well-Heeled Youth in Ul'dah, and then complete Triple Triad Trial while you are there. These cards are available from various duties, and some are from NPC duels. Drops are random, and you will never see them if you don't unlock the minigame. The remaining items have special requirements in order to appear. The riding maps will require you to have completed the Ultimate Weapon quest in the MSQ. These are still available for allied seals. These two minions drop in 2 different raids and are unlocked on the Moogle vendors by completing those raids and obtaining related achievements. To obtain the achievement, What's Done is Done, pick up the level 60 quest, Sky Pirates, in Ishgard. This is the same quest line from last time, but you need to complete the 3rd raid, Dun Scaith, to unlock the Scathach minion. Hey, maybe you'll get the minion in the process. I Am the Delta, I Am the Omega 1 comes from the Omega quest line. You pick up the first quest, The Hunt for Omega, from Wedge in Rogger's Reach. Follow it until you complete the 4 parts of the 8-player raid Omega Deltascape to unlock the X-Death minion. Again, you might get lucky and get the minion your first time. Remember, this ends with the maintenance before 5.1. If you ask me, this event adds very little to the game. Encouraging people to unlock and run certain content is a good thing that helps the community, but there is no story or lore. The awarded tomestones have increased, but the available time has decreased. Adding PvP just in time for the end of Garo is a nice touch, so you can grind for both at the same time. I like grinds that feel like they add to the world and my character's place in it. Give me a rep grind and I'm all over that. But this feels like something that isn't really part of the game world. So last time they had the Ifrit Extreme mount and crafting materials. This time they had the Titan mount and materials. Any guesses on what we'll get next time? Thank you for watching, and thank you to Electrininja. Don't forget to like or dislike, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.